Virgo, ruled by Mercury, is known for its sharp intellect and analytical nature. They're the ones people call on to fix things, whether it's managing a crisis at work, organizing a family function, or offering practical advice on how to improve your life. Their reputation as perfectionists is well known, but what's not commonly discussed is that Virgo's pursuit of perfection often spirals into a self-sabotaging obsession. Virgos are their own harshest critics, and their need for order and structure can quickly morph into anxiety-ridden control freakery. They might appear calm and collected, but inside, Virgos are often consumed by a whirlwind of overthinking, second-guessing, and nitpicking, and not just with others, but mostly with themselves. One of the most bizarre traits of Virgo is their ability to appear as though they have everything under control, while internally they're in a near-constant state of turmoil. It's like their brain is running 1,000 tabs at once, always searching for a problem to solve, a flaw to fix, or a detail that isn't quite right. And trust me, if you're ever in the room with a Virgo, they've already mentally catalogued all the things that aren't up to their standards. But, in classic Virgo style, they're too polite to say anything until they inevitably snap. Let's talk about criticism. Virgos are notorious for being hypercritical, but what people often misunderstand is that this isn't because they enjoy tearing others down. It's because they truly believe there's always a better way to do things. They live by the mantra, if you want something done right, do it yourself, which can be incredibly isolating for them. They end up taking on too much responsibility, shouldering the burden of making everything perfect, and in the process, they often burn out without asking for help. Virgos have a hidden streak of martyrdom. They'll overextend themselves for the sake of perfection, then feel resentful when others don't appreciate their efforts. Here's another quirky Virgo trait. They have an uncanny ability to micromanage. Virgos love to control the small details, and this can make them difficult to work with at times. Whether it's nitpicking over how the dishes should be arranged in the dishwasher, or obsessing over the most efficient way to fold laundry, Virgos have a way of making everyone around them feel like they're never quite doing things right. Their need for control can become suffocating, not just for others, but for themselves too. In their quest to optimize everything, they forget to relax and enjoy the moment. Now, while Virgos are known for being neat freaks, there's a secret contradiction here. Many Virgos have an all-or-nothing mentality when it comes to cleanliness and organization. This means that while some Virgos keep their homes immaculate, others swing to the opposite extreme, living in chaotic spaces because the task of organizing everything to their impossibly high standards feels overwhelming. If they can't do it perfectly, why bother at all? This secret messiness is something most people would never expect from a sign known for being so detail-oriented. Let's not forget Virgo's inner cynicism. While they come across as practical and realistic, deep down, Virgos can be profoundly pessimistic. They often expect the worst, which makes them highly cautious in both their personal and professional lives. They'll plan for every possible contingency, not because they're optimistic about the future, but because they're convinced something will inevitably go wrong. Their cynical worldview is what drives their need for preparedness. After all, if you expect disappointment, you won't be surprised when it arrives, right? Another lesser-known Virgo trait is their emotional detachment. Virgos are highly cerebral and analytical, which means they tend to intellectualize their feelings rather than experiencing them fully. This can make them seem cold or distant to those around them. In truth, Virgos are deeply sensitive, but they have a hard time expressing vulnerability. Instead of sharing their emotions, they bury themselves in work, hobbies, or self-improvement projects. It's their way of avoiding the messy, unpredictable nature of human emotions. While they crave connection, they often struggle to open up, preferring logic over feelings. So, how can Virgos improve their lives and balance out some of these quirky, challenging traits. Lucky charms and rituals can help this grounded earth sign tap into their strengths and ease their more difficult tendencies. Virgos should always have blue sapphire close by. This stone is known for enhancing wisdom, mental clarity, and self-discipline, perfect for a sign that thrives on organization and planning. Blue sapphire also helps to calm the mind, easing Virgo's tendency to overthink and overanalyze. By wearing or meditating with blue sapphire, Virgos can access a deeper sense of peace and relaxation, allowing them to let go of their need for control. Another great stone for Virgos is Morse agate, which promotes emotional balance and harmony with nature. Since Virgos are earth signs, they feel most at peace when connected to nature. Morse agate helps Virgo tune into their intuitive side, making them more open to experiencing and expressing their emotions rather than intellectualizing them. It's a powerful tool for grounding and centering their often scattered thoughts. For Virgo, adopting rituals of self-care is crucial. Virgos are natural givers, always trying to fix other people's problems, but they often forget to take care of themselves. Simple self-care rituals like journaling, meditating, or even taking time for a bath with essential oils can help them reconnect with their inner needs. Virgo thrives when they have structure, so creating a daily self-care routine, something they can control, will help them feel more balanced and in tune with themselves. Virgo, you are one of the most reliable and hardworking signs of the zodiac, but your pursuit of perfection often leaves you feeling stressed, anxious, and dissatisfied. The truth is, the world isn't perfect, and neither are you, and that's okay. Learning to embrace imperfection will be your greatest challenge, but also your greatest liberation. It's not your job to fix everything, and sometimes, good enough is actually good enough. You don't have to micromanage every detail of your life or the lives of others. Trust that things can unfold naturally without your constant oversight. By loosening your grip on control, you'll find that life becomes more enjoyable, spontaneous, and rewarding. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. In fact, it's part of what makes us human. And while your critical eye is an invaluable asset in many areas, don't let it turn inward and make you your own worst enemy. Learn to be kinder to yourself. Celebrate your accomplishments rather than fixating on the things you haven't yet achieved. The more you practice self-compassion, the easier it will be to quiet that voice in your head that tells you you're not doing enough. Finally, don't be afraid to open up emotionally. Your feelings are just as valid as your thoughts, and sharing them will deepen your relationships and allow others to see the real you, flaws and all. Vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's a strength. Trust that you are enough, Virgo, just as you are.